We are glad to start our fourth episode of your legal guide by Emirates advocates and legal consultants. Today, we are diving into an exciting topic company setup in the UAE. As we absolutely know that United Arab Emirates is the destination for many entrepreneurs worldwide, and there is no doubt that many businesses from various regions are eager to expand here. Instead of listing all the reasons why, let's jump right in. And joining with us today is Ms. Neha, who will make this discussion engaging and insightful. Ms. Neha, welcome again with us, and let's explore those together.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I was really interested in this discussion. I have friends who see a business idea in everything, and we often discuss them. The legalities of starting a business in the UAE are always a hot topic for us. I'm glad to have the chance to talk to you about it. My friends are very excited about this, and trust me, I have many questions from them. But I'll ask just a few for now. And my first question is, what are the key steps involved in setting up a business in the UAE?
That's interesting. And Ms. Neha, you can ask as many questions as you'd like. I'm more than happy to answer them, as it will help you, your friends, and all our listeners. But before answering your first question, I just would like to remind our listeners these answers are suggested by one of our experienced lawyers in this field. Back to your question, Ms. Neha, I could say the required investment depends on the activity the investor chooses, the location of the company, whether it would be a standing alone office or in a business center, as per the activity chosen. It is very important for the investor to have the know-how exploring UAE market and being fully aware of the activity industry. And from our side, we need less than 24 hours to get the documents required, and they will be finalized as per the government regulations.
How can we determine which option, free zone or mainland, is better suited for different types of businesses?
Yes, of course. I'd like to clarify this point. Basically, Ms. Neha, the main factor the investor should take into consideration while choosing to set up his business on mainland or in a free zone is whether his business will be mainly international, where the free zone will be the best option, or his business will be focused inside UAE market. And here we advise to set up his company on mainland. In the end, both companies serve the business purpose, and it all comes down to the investor requirement.
I was wondering, is it easy or difficult to start a business here as a foreigner? I know there are many foreign owned businesses in the UAE, but how challenging is it to navigate all the legalities involved in starting one?
Actually, it is very easy whether you choose to establish your company in a free zone or a mainland. You will get the resident visa and the Emirates ID, obviously, and you could open a corporate or any other bank account type. But if you decide to establish an offshore company, this doesn't grant you to get the resident visa or the Emirates ID. You could only open a corporate bank account.
As the saying goes, prevention is better than cure. It is always wise to understand potential issues that could arise. What are some common legal pitfalls to avoid when establishing a business?
Ms. Neha, I could say the main thing any investor should consider is to carry out his proper due diligence with the shareholders. Very advisable to do the proper due diligence so all the process would be smooth and easy. And another pitfall depends on setting up the company on mainland or in a free zone where the bank accounts could be easily opened. But if it is an offshore company, it has some more restrictions.
Licenses are crucial for operating a business here, right? Can you briefly discuss them? How do licensing requirements vary across different industries? Also, what documentation is needed to register a business in Dubai?
For the documents, Ms. Neha, we need the valid passport, Emirates ID, and the CV. It's been recently requested to have a CV while we are opening company, and the location for the proposed company, and that's it. Then the Department of Economic Development will check the company name and activity for approval. Talking about the names, it's worth noting that the authorities in UAE does not approve the company name linked to a country. For example, Japan Limited Company. Before it was approved, but recently it's not.
You explained about documentation and licenses, but I don't think it is easy for someone, especially a foreigner, to start a business here. It involves a lot of paperwork, permissions, and so on. What support services are available for entrepreneurs looking to establish a business here?
I totally disagree with you. It doesn't involve a lot of paperwork. It's very simple to carry out this. Since the choosing the activity, the name of the company, all these details will be done online, and then all these documents will be sent to the concerned department. They will check the required documents for approval. And for the signing part, sometimes it could be done online, but in some cases that you should come in person. But mostly it's online.
Thank you. And one last question. How often do businesses need to renew licenses and what is the process?
For the renewal, Ms. Neha, it's on an annual basis. Every year we check if the investor wants to add on or change some activities. For example, if an investor has an import-export company, he can carry out the business he wants or add on business management, legal translation, or PRO services, etc. It should be suitable also for the activity he started. All this process will be done online. And the government simplified it in the sense that previously they had to submit the original hard copies, but now all the process could be managed online.
Thank you so much for the answers. You have covered a lot in such a short time, and I believe this information will help my friends and others understand the basics of establishing a business here. You know, many successful businesses have started from conversations like these. I hope this fuels even more conversations. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Neha, for raising these questions. Actually, we've had the privilege of supporting many successful businesses in the UAE, and these fundamental concerns often hold people back from moving forward. I'm really glad we could address them today, and I hope this provides clarity for those seeking answers. And to our listeners, we hope this was clear and helpful for you. If you have any legal topics you would like us to discuss, please feel free to leave us your comment below, and we'll cover them in our future episodes. You could also send us an email to the email address mentioned in the description in case you have any specific legal matter you want to seek our legal advice. Thank you for listening. We'll meet you in our next episode.